Bia kamal ka Nuer online TV channel te kon ka lermi bi kona ling ka Nuer online TV ka jan gwasame. Aler bana ling lermi shalat ramkel mishi defek ka spele mayo nika gwas mishi wo chakulo kulo mo ka bondo dien and bona mo shale SSRM mo jen shale so Sudan Reform Movement jen dana gore banyo yakel ler bu kon linga re ler kana me ban railing ka kuäär key leader SSRM mala kuäär andanan cap bon echekaj rar ka spele mayo kuäär Duer Duer jen bu kon lingwazame Duer Duer te ka rash michalat mishe kuumɛ SSPDF ala ki mayardit cheka kuëth Duer ka rega dana jikana lat re which ka nasser kan ulang gwase chika boktin ki helicopter ka bokena hali agenda na balin gwase me ka raja dan en chalat mi jiram jidit ka Nuer online TV channel gore je eno jinder je nywaka nasin ko kien ka kore be je kwenye ka tok English kenyam chana jalat ka thoknath biamandana chalar gwase me biaje kuleling die waje take right misha upload misha nen kenyam malada jetin gwada dan en she SSPDF che condemn en tem bana mandan en chalat gwad ban ye kule nyok milin kone ka jere ler kana me mi bana linka jan gwase me do badan e shirek che togo je re wich kanasar gwas e shi kuumɛ kir mayardit ke SSPDF shi kan hal shi kana mak right me go rejen gwa longno dena transparent long katin kona lat korodian ko bu kona lani mandan la tok men choda lad etela kashmit reide ko tangus ne la jalar kano melat ka do dong la te ke tomat ketin do no bana lani mandan le rode kamete meladen wona me mi jek ba jalar ye ka lo manana jeke je ko mandan le rode wich ka nasser kan ulang mi jek pan mi kuumɛ jadal la mi jek misha mi jek chaja la tel gwa mugor no to bi shonkel karam dana mishi mi jek la bi glar no michi la do mi jek ko kane di logo ne je no de kan de ni ken de kan ka wuch ku kala goro bi ka hali bi kan kanak mishalat gwa se me Duer Duer jen bu kon linga Duer Duer jen kuäär SSRM KF SSRM KSSRF South Sudan Reform Movement ke South Sudan Reform Fighters South Sudan Reform Movement jen e dung ut commercial ke Duer Duer a jera madana la kuäär anona jen ramkel mi jen ka kuumɛ espele mayo pin Dr. Yegma Chaten ano chenbula wotin mandanan chikana gak mi jen ganyam jamo ka party espele mayo chi endanan gore baladi gwasme but bay lani yemandanan shalat ka jow endanan shungun Duer Duer jen she kirma yadi chaje kuëth Duer chemandana chalat SSPDF re wiko lankan nasser che SSPDF chaje kuëth Duer ka do badana chikan boka je ke helicopter ke gunship badana chikana use ko de kan ne de kontila hali de kan kamukere ke de kan kanak chega kuëth Duer chega jugono na mo che chuang men chalat jega long ka yermalka no yeryena mal ka jen mal dana gur ken ode bere we ka South Sudan gwada me Duer Duer shal ka jen wo a rebel leader no cha gwada me rebel leader condemn air strike by SSPDF in Apenal ala jen sheman dana le rode re which ka South Sudan chit kere dan chit to nasser che je lokka che netin kon lat kere mo che ka kuëth Duer ala netin kon la kuumɛ kirma yardit na me jarwa jadan en chalat gwasame jenene jenere kama tuoke ke shankaro gwan mi shawlan kanti chaje target kana ne dial kono te gwasamo wona kan nasser netin kon tin la SSPDF lo chiken am chiken book temban ngai gwada me Duer Duer jene cha am chaje book GSPL mayo kene ka book I don't know what's happening there but men ngai kono gwada me ne te chiwe ke ejeje bor la tok jeje bor keneden kon te boke achang bi ji espele mayo la weno kenedi sha bok ka dome ne te kon te jente kwana la boke kwidien ejeje bor momo che ne te wan che lo dien che jaga jajet ke kuumɛ marwai ke kirma yardit Duer tu dur gwa da man jene chairman dung South Sudan men chalat a jene en mata ka luang la ta ka luang de kora me de jeter la hen ko man chalat a kirma ya din yo da je gwa anu kanen konen ko la right che dier ke tek dien che raje mo che jalat a jene men chalat a shika bok karenyal nyu da je gwa anu no mo tele je ko ngotten konte cha yat pinre wika Sudan no bi mal be ben ka je ko na me jeni duop mi kwa yarmal and chirora palpin ka kor gwan ber ko ne konte ka nasir kene ulang ka gwan ber long ni me dane chamal cha je tan ko ron kin dangra wel badak chu kana gujen go tele kor mi che tuong nyok duno che bente karol ti bu to ka dera mo karola to kene kwal goro no de ka kapchong me kwala lat ni ti konti la hali ke je jambor ku ken kume men di le jo kum kirma ya di no de yen de ni ti SSPDF ten content te kanere we kanaser de yen ka wuj na mo che ken no ken ni content te pin kirma ya di ke pone kirma ya di ken je gor che woni jen ko ba jen be de do yen be je jakre we kanaser mo kwala chola gwelek force tilatet no kati pin Johnson uluñ mi la tet bo ana mo chu rega me chu to gono na men ko ina la jet ke je long wude shal ke governor dung greater penal jimi sudok jen che ben ka balet ka galashal ben ka balet ngwada mo che ben ke je ne helicopter no cho ben bong ne te kontila Nuer tin la wayam jen kwa je la condemn de to dur kuäär South Sudan reform movement and women chalat kuumɛ SSPDF me kana me a violation dung malka me chatan ajarwa jadana chalada na mo baje gorno baje kwenye ka to English broad shuri alika mgorjen wote midere captain be chuling. South Sudanese rebel leader has denounced air strike carried out by the South Sudan People Defense Forces SSPDF in Upper Nile State, accusing the government of escalating violence against civilian and jeopardizing fragile peace effort in the region. The attack, which occurred on Tuesday, targeted area including Ulang County and surrounding region where armed civilians known as the Y Army are based. The airstrike come and heightened tension over the alleged deployment of South Sudan People Defense Forces into Nasser County, raising concern of the renewed conflict in the area. Duer, chairman of the South Sudan Reform Movement or fighter SSRM or F, a breakaway faction of the opposition SPLM-IO led by First Vice President Dr. Riek Machar, accused the SSPDF and the government of President Salva Kiir Mayardit of violating the peace process. The airstrike are a severe violation of peace effort and an unjustifiable escalation of violence, Duer said. Local residents reported that the first airstrike occurred on Tuesday at around 8 a.m. in Doma Payam in Ulang County, targeting position held by army civilian. A second wave of attack was reported later in the afternoon in Shuil Payam in Nuer County, Jonglei State, near the Sobar River. No casualties have been confirmed so far. The security situation in Upper Nile has been volatile since mid-February, when clash between the SSPDF and the Y Army in Nasser County left 5 people dead and several injured. The fighting, which took place on the outskirts of Nasser town, prompted many residents to flee, leaving the area largely deserted. Tension escalated further after the government announced plan to deploy new forces to Nasser to rotate troop stations in the area of several years. This move has sparked fear among locals that the incoming forces may target civilians or initiate a disarmament campaign, potentially reigniting conflict. Duer, a former senior SPLM official who joined Machar forces after the 2013 civil war but later formed his own group, criticized the involvement of ethnic militias in the deployment of the SSPDF forces to Nasser County, warning that such tactics undermine peace effort. The forces ordered to go to Nuer areas in Nasser and Ulang counties are not unified national forces. This is a serious problem, Duer said. The government must adhere to the term of the agreement involving all relevant parties and avoiding the use of tribal militia from the Shuluk and Dinka communities. Duer also accused the government of reneging on a promise to engage in peaceful talk with the Y Army from Nasser and Ulang counties. He say that state officials had informed the group on February 22nd and that a delegation, including the governor and deputy governor, would visit them for discussion in Galashel, Balit County. Instead, on February 24th, government attacked helicopter targeted civilian in Doma, Payamo, Bulang County, and nearby areas. He added, the Wyoming had prepared to receive their government delegation, but instead, only attack helicopters arrived, attacking them in Doma and nearby area. Duer said this was a hostile attack on innocent people who were expecting a peaceful interaction with their government. He warned that government relies on tribal militia and its failure to address corruption and nepotism risked derailing the peace process. If the regime continued to fight civilians as they did before during the civil war, we are headed for disaster, Duer said. Separately, Edmund Yakani, executive director of the Community Empowerment for Progress organization, condemned the violence, calling it a violation of the permanent ceasefire. He urged the White Army to refrain from undermining the SSPDF troop rotation process in Nasser and called for dialogue to resolve grievances. The ongoing friction and violence in Ulang County and other part of Upper Nile, as well as ceasefire violation in Western Equatoria, Western Bargazal, Warab, and Unity State may lead the country back to war. Yakani warned it. CEPO called on South Sudan leadership to urgently address the violence and ensure that all parties engage in dialogue to prevent further escalation. The situation in Upper Nile remains tense. When fear of further violence if the government and the White Army fail to resolve their differences through dialogue. Due to the menchalat janishmana shalat a kuumɛ SSPDF a janisha condemn nman latkana chi chong baloni kuumɛ South Sudan rekur due to dur ramkel michigan ka espele mayo charoro moich ka party dodian men kwala chole SSRM ajan parliament tenata ke jan bonatetin jawda linkona ko che ladano men le rode sheluk man chala da kuumɛ kirm yadi cheluk ajanan gorono de nywa yakel ne machermi ajan jawore ode kaja ane bana mudo dian ban len lip ko manana balat ko gwadon ngon yamba te malu bay